Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of English with Emma. I'm your host, Emma, and I'm really excited to have you here with me. How are you all doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. Today, we're going to talk about something that many English learners find challenging: listening skills. I've received so many messages from you asking, Emma, how can I understand native speakers better? Or, why does everyone speak so fast in English? Don't worry, I completely understand your frustration. Listening can be one of the trickiest skills to master when learning a new language. But here's the good news. There are simple, effective ways to improve your listening without endless studying or stressing yourself out. So in today's episode, I'm going to share my top tips for effortless English listening practice. Whether you're at B1 or B2 level, these strategies will help you understand English more naturally and with less effort. Ready? Let's dive in. Before we talk about solutions, let's understand the challenges. Why is listening in English sometimes difficult? First, natural English speech is fast, much faster than what you hear in textbooks or language apps. Native speakers connect words together, they reduce sounds, and they use contractions all the time. For example, going to becomes gonna, want to becomes wanna, and I don't know can sound like I don't know. No wonder it's confusing. Second, there are so many different accents in English: British, American, Australian, Canadian, Irish. And within each country, there are regional accents too. Each has its own rhythm and pronunciation patterns. And finally, when you're listening, you don't have time to translate. You need to understand immediately, which requires your brain to process English directly. But don't worry, these challenges are completely normal, and every successful English learner has faced them. The key is to approach listening practice in a smarter way. So let's look at how you can do that. My first and perhaps most important tip is, stop trying to understand every single word you hear. Many learners make this mistake. They focus so hard on catching each word that they miss the overall meaning. When you don't understand something, you get stuck, and then you miss the next part too. Instead, try to grasp the general meaning. What is the main idea being communicated? What is the purpose of the conversation? Even if you miss some words, you can often understand the message from context. Think about how you listen in your native language. You don't analyze every word. You absorb the meaning. Try to approach English listening the same way. When you watch a movie or listen to a podcast, ask yourself afterwards, what was the main point? Rather than, what exact words did they use? This small shift in your approach can make listening feel much more natural and less stressful. My second tip is about how often you practice. Here's the truth. Listening for 15 minutes every day is much more effective than listening for 2 hours once a week. Your brain needs regular exposure to the sounds and rhythms of English. This consistent practice helps your mind get used to processing English automatically. The good news is that short sessions are easy to fit into your daily routine. Listen to a short podcast during breakfast. Watch a YouTube video while having coffee. Listen to an English song during your commute. Watch just one scene from an English TV show before bed. The key is consistency. Even 5 minutes daily will add up to significant improvement over time. And because these sessions are short, you won't feel overwhelmed or exhausted. I recommend creating a simple routine that you can stick to. Maybe you always listen to English during your morning shower, or perhaps on your way to work. Find what works for you and make it a habit. This might sound obvious, but it's so important. Listen to things you genuinely enjoy in English. If you're forcing yourself to listen to boring business news when you actually love cooking shows, you're making the process unnecessarily difficult. When you're interested in the content, you naturally pay more attention and stay motivated. So ask yourself, what do I love in my native language? What topics am I passionate about? Then find similar content in English. Love sports? There are countless sports podcasts and YouTube channels. Interested in fashion? Follow English-speaking fashion influencers. Enjoy cooking? Watch cooking tutorials in English. When you connect English with topics you care about, listening practice becomes something you look forward to rather than a chore. You'll be learning without even realizing it. And don't worry if the content seems a bit challenging at first. When you're truly interested in something, you'll be more motivated to understand it, which helps you improve faster. Subtitles can be incredibly helpful, but there's a strategic way to use them. If you're just starting out with listening practice, it's completely fine to use subtitles in your native language. This helps you connect the English sounds with meanings you already understand. As you improve, try switching to English subtitles. This is perfect for B1 and B2 learners because you can see how words are spelled and connect the written and spoken forms of English. Eventually, challenge yourself to watch without subtitles for short periods. Maybe start with just 5 minutes, then gradually increase the time. Here's a technique I love. Watch a short clip first without subtitles and see how much you understand. Then watch it again with subtitles to check your comprehension. This helps you identify which sounds or words are challenging for you. Remember, using subtitles isn't cheating, it's a learning tool. The most important thing is that you're exposing yourself to spoken English in a way that's enjoyable and not too frustrating. Sometimes, trying to understand everything at once can be overwhelming. Instead, try focused listening, where you pay attention to just one aspect of the language at a time. For example, in one listening session, you might focus only on recognizing contractions like don't, can't, or won't. In another session, you could concentrate on linking words, noticing how native speakers connect words together, like how did you often sounds like did you, or you might listen specifically for stressed words, which carry the most important information in English sentences. This targeted approach helps you tune your ear to specific features of spoken English without getting overwhelmed. It's like training a muscle. You work on different aspects separately before putting everything together. I recommend choosing just one feature to focus on each week. Over time, you'll become more sensitive to these patterns, and they'll stop being obstacles to your understanding. My next tip is about surrounding yourself with English as much as possible, even if you don't live in an English-speaking country. Try to create what language learners call an immersive environment. This means bringing English into your everyday life in small, manageable ways. Change your phone or social media language settings to English, listen to English music while cleaning or cooking. Put on an English podcast or audiobook while exercising. Watch English YouTube videos during your lunch break. Follow English speakers on social media. The idea is to make English a natural part of your daily routine, rather than something you only study at specific times. This approach mimics how children learn languages, through constant exposure rather than formal study. Even passive listening, when you're not focusing 100% on understanding everything, helps your brain get used to the sounds and rhythms of English. While passive listening is great for general exposure, sometimes you need to practice more actively. This is what I call active listening, and it's perfect for B1 and B2 learners. Choose a short audio clip, maybe 2 to 3 minutes from a podcast or video. Listen once all the way through without stopping. Then write down the main ideas you understood. Next, listen again, but this time pause when needed to write down new words or phrases that seem important. Don't worry about catching everything. Focus on the words that appear key to understanding the message. Finally, listen a third time to check your notes and fill in any gaps. This active approach forces your brain to process the language more deeply. It also helps you identify patterns in what you find difficult to understand, so you can focus your future practice more effectively. I suggest doing this kind of focused practice once or twice a week, using short clips that interest you. Keep the sessions brief, around 15 minutes, so they stay enjoyable rather than exhausting. So there you have it, my top tips for improving your English listening skills without stress or endless hours of study. Let's quickly recap. Focus on general meaning, not every word. Practice regularly in short sessions. Choose materials you genuinely enjoy. Use subtitles strategically. Listen for specific features one at a time. Create an immersive environment. Practice active listening with note-taking. Remember, improving your listening skills is a journey, not a race. Be patient with yourself and celebrate small victories, like understanding a joke in an English TV show or following a conversation without feeling lost. The most important thing is consistency and enjoying the process. When listening practice becomes something you look forward to rather than dread, you're on the right path. I'd love to hear which of these tips you find most helpful, or if you have your own strategies to share. Leave a comment on our website or send me a message on social media. Until next time, this is Emma saying thank you for listening and happy English learning. Bye for now.